Hello everyone, Rabbi Rosen here, hoping all is well with you and that this beautiful day is bringing you and everyone you know a little bit of uplift, something we could all use. I'd like to share a story that's entitled The Two Brothers. It seems that two brothers had each inherited half of their father's farm. One of the brothers was married and had a large family. The other brother was single and lived an isolated existence. They lived on opposite sides of a hill. One night during harvest time, the single brother tossed about in bed. How can I rest comfortably and take a full half of the yield when my brother has so many more mouths to feed? So he arose, gathered bushels of produce, and quietly climbed the hill to bring them over to his brother's barn. Meanwhile, his brother across the hill also could not sleep. He thought to himself, how can I enjoy my full share of the produce and not be concerned with my brother? He is isolated and quite alone in the world. Who will support him as he grows older? So he arose in the night and quietly brought over bushels of produce to his brother's barn. When the next morning dawned, each brother was surprised to find what they had given away had been replenished. They continued these nocturnal treks for many nights. Each morning they were astounded to find that the bushels they had removed had been replenished. Then, one night, it happened. The brothers met on the top of the hill during their evening adventure, and there they embraced. God looked upon this expression of brotherhood and generosity and said, "On this spot of mutual love I wish to dwell. Here my holy temple will be built." And according to this legend, this midrash, that is how the main sanctuary of Jewish life, the temple in Jerusalem, came to be. Today is Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day, the day that marks with great joy the reunification of the city of Jerusalem in the 1967 Six-Day War. It's a good time to contemplate what the meaning of Jerusalem is, after all. The very name suggests peace, shalom, shleimut, fullness. It is embedded into the name of the city. It is not only a place that has the scars and the joys of history on every street corner, it is the symbol of our yearning for a life that is far more beautiful, far more harmonious, and far more complete than what we find today. It is a place of hope, a symbol of what ought to be and what can be in our lives, a place where brothers and sisters, out of generosity and love for each other, come forward and bring the fruits of the harvests of their hearts. If you have not been to Israel and Jerusalem, I hope and pray one day you will be able to be inspired and overwhelmed by the magnificence of that city and that location. But in the meantime, all of us can adopt a Jerusalem state of mind. Because any place where the outpouring of our concern for each other, be they friends and relatives we know well, or anonymous strangers who can surely use the magnificence of our generosity, that place too becomes a sanctuary, a temple, a mini Jerusalem, a truly holy place in the making. So let us celebrate the magnificence of a Jerusalem reunified. Embrace the hope and prayer that ultimately we will see a land and state of Israel fully at peace, and that the spirit of that sacred corner of the earth will become an inspiration to all of us throughout our lives. Shabbat Shalom.